Snap, crackle, pop, boy. I'll have this for breakfast, thank you. Now guys, on the channel, I try and bring you some of the craziest OzDM car content. And behind us, we have got a 2005 WL Grange. This is an HSV, long wheelbase, LS2 powered. It's got a big cam, straight through exhaust, headers. Just insane thing of a vehicle. It just is. 2005, early mid-2000s, just absolutely, people said, F you, we're going to do it. And I love cars like this. And this particular one, again, it's got the performance mods. It's got the chromies, looking a little bit sex-specky to me. So we're going to talk a little bit about sex-spec today. We're going to talk about HSV. We're going to talk Grange. We're going to get on the road, review this thing, and we are going to launch it. So let's get in, fire it up, hear how this thing sounds. Good God, this thing is absolutely insanely loud, guys. Like, I haven't experienced a car quite like this in some time. And I love these things because the noise of this thing, you go through town, you're just idling, it's absolutely deafening. And, you know, boys in blue, I don't know, maybe you got to be careful where you drive this thing because, man, it's loud. And I don't know if they'd have a problem with it or not, but Jesus, it ain't stock. Oh, yo. And again, guys, I was literally just in a tough Stato a couple of days ago. It was a WL, just like this one. LS1 though, big cam, still a 4-speed, and it was absolutely off its head. And now, I'm in a Grange LS2 cammed off its head even more. Like, this is that Stato on steroids. And it is so bloody cool to see this thing in action. You know, again, this particular one, it is available at Next Ride, guys. So thank you to them. Go check them out. Leave a link for them down below. This thing's only done 56,000 Ks. Again, it's just, you don't see these things. They did not make many of them because they were an arm and a leg when they came out. This thing, brand new in 2005, was going to set you back over 90,000 bucks. And back in 05, let me tell you, that was a huge amount of coin. It really was. All right, let's go again. Yo, I apologize already for the quality of video. It might be a little bit dark and hard for me to edit because, man, this thing has got like limousine tint. And yeah, it is kind of a sunny, cloudy day. It's hard for on the camera. Anyways, this is just the noise. Listen to this thing, man. I don't even know if my sound recorder is going to be able to handle that because even from inside the cabin, way up here, it is just so loud, and you just feel this thing. It is screaming, guys. Like, the platinum's been extracted. Like, there's no cats in this thing, man. Like, I do not believe it. It's got pacemaker headers. Obviously got like an OTR intake, and it's got a big cam. So this thing from factory was going to be putting 297 kilowatts down, about 530 Newton meters. Again, rear wheel drive. And we got the 4-speed. They were only available in the 4-speed, but they did get an upgraded 4-speed gearbox because this one's the 4L65E. So it is meant to be quite a little bit better. And I will say, I'm not sure if they've tuned this thing. I'm assuming they did and put a better stall in it with the big cam because this thing, it does drive really nicely, even though this is a big cam in this thing. It's, yeah, not slushy, this one. guys, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you subscribe. For God's sake, we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We've just hit 70,000. And guys, we've been doing this a while now. We get the views. We've got a bit of a fan base. But guys, come on. You can subscribe. It's not that hard. Hit the red button. You do me a big favor. And that way I can continue finding more wild cars like this thing and bringing it on YouTube for you guys to watch. Now, the WL came out in 2004, and it went till 2006. And again, I say this all the time, bro. It's just like the glory years. Like, all my cars, like my F6, my VZ Thunder, 2006, 2007, like, it's the glory days. That's when they were just pumping out some of the best cars ever, you know? They just didn't give a shit back then. It was just the FU days. And you know, put an LS in that, chuck a turbo on that thing, all-wheel drive, rear, whatever, let's just do it, you know what I mean? Like, they just love to make crazy, weird stuff and experiment, and people bought it, you know? It might not have been overly successful, but people bought them, and they had money to spend, so I just love that magical time period, and, you know, this particular Grange, again, with these 20-inch chromies. If you guys have ever, you know, grown up in Australia, or you were here in the early, the late 90s, early 2000s, dude, what a time to be alive in Australia. I wish I had been there. Hold on. Holy shit. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Oh my word. What a sound! What a sound! Yo, but back to my point. If you're around in Australia, late 90s, early 2000s, what a fucking time to be here. And let me tell you, if you've caught up with all the magazines, the tuner culture, you know, some of the car clubs back then, I'm going to mention the Cabin Boys, because they eventually came out with the Auto Saloon shows. And again, we got a magazine eventually that was, you know, an Auto Saloon magazine, and that was really when Sex Spec, or, you know, the Auto Saloon era kicked off. And holy shit, man, I don't know, the last couple of years, it's just like stuff comes back in history, and I want the Auto Saloon era, the Sex Spec era, to come back. I know a lot of you guys might not agree with me, but I just love the uniqueness, the personality, just the charm, like the craziness. It's crazy. Like, I get the whole OEM plus that everybody does nowadays for resale value, just collectability, cleanness. I get it. But at the same time, I just absolutely appreciate those Auto Saloon days where people just did not give a shit, just absolutely spent a boatload of money on just some of the craziest things, and people appreciated it. You know, it was cool back then. Nowadays, you know, people go, oh, what's that? Oh, they'd have every man and his dog have a whinge. But back then, you know, especially when Fast and the Furious came out in 2001, it just amplified that tuner culture. And dude, Australia had it. Some of the best. And I gotta say, some of you might not agree that this Grange is sex spec. I just think it's got that vibiness to it, because this thing is lowered. It's got the chromies, which was a big part of sex spec back then. It doesn't have the crazy paint job. It's not candy or anything, which you should be if you're sex spec. But this thing has got TVs popping out the dash, TVs in the headrests, 12-speaker amplified sound system in this thing from factory, 430 watts, which was big back then, guys. And just Nappa leather all in this thing, just big V8 up front, cammed, exhaust. Like, it's got a bit of sex spec to it, guys. I love this thing. Like, it is so cool. And I hope to God whoever buys this thing keeps some of that era still alive, because fair enough, you want to change the wheels, but try and keep it somewhat chromey 20s. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, keep it alive, man. I'm trying to keep the sex spec era going with my VZU. Yes, it's not perfect, but I just wanted it to have a hint of that Auto Saloon era. And I think it does with the candy red. And as we pass another Tesla, you know, another Crapla, I'm not going to stop bagging them out, guys. You know, I'm just not. You know, I know a few of you guys follow me. You bought an electric car. Good for you, whatever. If you like EVs, that's your prerogative. I just think it's so soulless. Like, listen to that. I don't care if we're slower. I don't give a toss, mate. This thing, it's just something about mechanical combustion, not, you know, V8 noise. There's something special here. And it's like, you know, oh, am I going to go get the latest Apple Watch or am I going to go get a fine Rolex? Like, that's what I compare. You know what I mean? The Rolex is mechanical. It's beautifully made. You know, that's what makes it valuable and special. Sure, the iWatch can do whatever the fuck you want it to do, but it's just a fucking computer chip, bro. Like, who gives a shit about it? You'll buy one for $100. Like, they're all the same. These things, they're made with love. Made with V8 grunts. Made with the soul of Australia. That's what I say. And man, it is such a shame we are not making cars like this anymore. This is really... Holy shit. This is so wild. It reminds me almost of, in America, you know, like a Cadillac, you know, CTS-V, I think was the top of the range, sporty one nowadays. It's kind of like that, like a very sporty Cadillac. And I absolutely am all for this thing, man. I absolutely love it. Because yes, on a windy back road, it's long, it's big. You know, this thing's got to be close to 2 ton. And it doesn't really give you that much confidence to, you know, carve up a B road. You don't. But just cruising and hitting a straightaway, just idling at the lights, man. It is such an experience. It is so comfortable in here. Like, the seats feel amazing. The noise, just the way this thing's been put together, man, it's magic. It is magic, man. This thing's insanity on 4 wheels. Yo! Wow! 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 God! Holy shit! Holy shit, dude! That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Holy. Holy shit! I've had the windows up the entire review and I should have had them down. You probably can't hear me, but holy f***, you can hear this car. It is so crazy. Yo! I am not getting sick of this. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. This is pure au natural Ross reviews right here, guys. Oh, dude, it almost lose traction there. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now it is time for the WiperTech wiper test. Let's pull on the stalk here, find out. Oh, it's got some power, those jets, which is nice. Oh, but these wipers, dude, what is that? These wipers are from the mid-2000s, let me tell you. Those are garbage, man. Wow. If you got wipers like this, click the link down below. Use my code, ROSS15OFF. get yourself a set of WiperTech wipers because you're going to get 50% off and free express shipping, and you ain't going to get garbage streaks like these are giving us. So, yeah, that's a 2 out of 10. That's pretty bad. These wipers need to be changed. But, yeah, WiperTech wipers, click the link down below. Use code ROSS15 off. All right, guys, now it is time for the 0 to 100, powered by C-Tech. Again, huge thank you to them. Check them out down below in the description. We're just going to leave this thing in drive and reset the draggy and just see what this thing does. So, here we go. Dude, traction management, I did not get even, I feel like that wasn't even half pedal and I had to manage that. So let's have a look at the time. Right there, guys, we did a 5.4, pretty flat. You know, again, I did not even go past half on the pedal. So this thing has so much more to give. You just need the right surface and the right tires. Yeah, these 20-inch chromies, they ain't gonna do it for us today. But this thing is well and truly gonna be in the 4 seconds when you have the right set of rubber on at the track. Just no question if you can plant your right foot. So that's impressive. For the size of this thing, that is still so impressive, man. Wow, wow. Now, guys, we're gonna finish the video off here today, so a huge thanks to NextRide for loaning this Grange to us, and what a machine, guys. What can I say? Just an absolute epic car. So damn cool. And the noise, the vibes, this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. We'll see you on that next video. Take care, guys.